Hello, this is Denton Yoder, instructor for BSE 2304, the Biological Systems Engineering CAD class. Today's update is on programming, and we used to do VBA programming, which we'd fire open Excel, paste in a VBA macro, and do this similar thing, but I've expanded it to Python this semester. So I'll give you a couple CSV data files and a couple Python scripts. So before you get started, you're going to need Python. You'll probably also want Notepad++. One of my favorite websites is Ninite, ninite.com. We'll let you select Python and Notepad++, and you get your Ninite on. And when you do that, it'll give you a downloader, which will install Python and Notepad. And I like to keep that downloader because if you run it once a month or every couple months, it'll give you updates for your products as well. Okay, so once you have Python installed, you probably want to run it one time. If you scroll down through and find Python, went too far, Python 27, there's a GUI section of Python. They call it idle. I like to right-click and add that to my start menu. In addition to having that, you might want the docs or the old command line, but you might not want that. But anyway, I like to run it one time. By running it one time, it'll make sure that my files are associated with the Python program and everything. I should now be able to right-click on my football Python file and open it with idle. When I open the football program, it's just a simple program. It creates a football script. It writes the script, and it puts a layer in for putting the football lines, turns the snap modes off, and then types in the command to draw a line, starting at 0, 0, 160 feet to the right, 360 feet up, 160 feet to the left, close, and then it loops every 5 yards, drawing the 5-yard lines, and then it switches to a new layer called football text. It looks like I need another L in there. L. Oh, need another L up there too. So it loops creating the lines. It loops creating the text. The text was a little trickier. It starts at the 10-yard line, increments by 10 every 10 yards until it gets to the 50, and then it has to decrement by 10 until it gets to the end. Okay, but anyway, I'm going to file save this since I just edited it. Run module. It runs. I now have a script file. A script file is really just a text file. I'm going to open mine in Notepad++. You'll see it is just typing the commands you would to have drawn the football field. But it had a loop to do it faster. What we do then is open up AutoCAD, drag the football script into AutoCAD, zoom extents, you got a football field. How was that? Now, in class, you're going to be starting a new drawing for the next one. I guess I can start a new drawing too. Start a new drawing. The sphere program. Let's close football. Open up the sphere. Well, let's look at the data. If I double click the sphere CSV file, it gives me 200 lines of data. It's 5 axes wide. I'm going to map the first coordinate to the x-axis, second coordinate to the y-axis, third coordinate to z, and what I'm going to do is draw a sphere with a diameter and a color based on the 4th and 5th data field. Okay, let's look at our code. Sphere.py, open it with idle, slide it back over here to the right a little ways. Okay, it's going to read the file, and then it's going to write the output file, and it's going to create a layer for the spheres, turn snap modes off, and then do a loop and read each of the each of the lines. Now the sphere, when you enter it, wants a diameter. Excuse me, the sphere wants a radius, but we were given a diameter. So I have to take and divide by 2 to convert that number. And I convert the color number to an integer. And then I write the color, and then I write the sphere. So run, runs. Okay, close, close. I now have a sphere script file, which is just a bunch of set the color, set the sphere, set the color, set the sphere. Those who know me know I typically always tie colors to layers, but this was an easy one. I've got 200 spheres. I'm just making them each a separate color. I did at the bottom set the default back to by layer, which is the default setting. Anyway, so if I drag this to AutoCAD, 200 spheres, 1001, it's done. Zoom extents, I've got spheres. I can look at them out in 3D. I can turn on the shading. I can 3D navigate. I love to turn on the free orbit and the continuous orbit and set it spinning. I just think that's grand. But anyway, escape. I just mapped 200 pieces of data with 5 axes with a graphical representation so I can distinguish things from that data. Okay. New drawing. Start. New. I'm not even going to look at it. The chart data. Excuse me. Try again. Chart. Open with idle. Bring it down here. Run. Run. Drag the chart script into AutoCAD. This is just 100 pieces of data, but it's 5 different lines with incremental data. It's showing it on an x-axis where each inch or foot has a different y-coordinate for 5 different data lines. Well, I'm just glad I didn't have to type in the numbers. That is generating scripts programmatically to do your work. Now, the rest of the data you'll need for this lab is in the other videos. Thanks a lot. Bye.